Yes, people. What's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football, and we're back again with another video. The transfer why am I saying deadline? The transfer. It's not even the transfer window. The international break has been so dead. Like, there's nothing to talk about besides Everton and the whole situation with Chelsea and Man City, that I waited until now, once I've compiled a bunch of things to talk about in regards to Arsenal. There is so many things to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Some players being linked away from the club, like Thomas Partey, like Tomiyasu, like ESR. There's also players being linked to the club, like Florian Wirtz, Ivan Toney, Vlahovic, Douglas Luiz. The list goes on. There's so much to talk about, guys. We just haven't spoken for so long. But my first question to you guys is, how have you guys been? Let me know in the comment section how you guys are doing. Also, there's a poll question going on. Make sure you do like that video. But my question to you guys is, who would you want Arsenal to sign this coming January window? Let me know who you want Arsenal to sign. And I have a guest with me, my guy, KUNLE, special guest today, coming over, doing his thing for Tunnel TV. And, of course, One Touch. Make sure you guys go show some support to them. Some of the best Arsenal fan reactions, or just fan reactions on the internet. Let's be honest. They need to be trending on online after every game. This is hilarious, some of the stuff that you guys put out there. But yeah,
thank you, my bro.
How you doing, man?
Oh yeah, now my people, it's your dark-skinned man for the motherland. If you didn't know before, now today you got to understand. If you haven't done it already, make sure you visit Nigeria. Watch this space for the brand too. And big up Eagle each and every time. It feels like we haven't spoken and chopped up football for a while. So
bro, pleasure it feels to be like on the we show. Haven't spoken since we last met. That's how long it feels.
Real talk, man. Smash the likes, everyone, man.
Big up TBG, big up Kingman7, big up Matthew, Jorginho's #1 fan, Matthew right there. Jorginho's #1 fan.
Sorry to offend you, Matt, but it is what it is.
You know what? Let's start there for a second. You owe certain people an apology. Jorginho has been outstanding this season. You're one of the people who.
What did you just say? Outstanding.
Bro, he has been really
look at the words that you're using for.
Bro, Jorginho
he's done a job.
Can you not put some respect on Jorginho's name?
Respect for what exactly, bro? I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's just not what we need. That's what I'm saying. He's not a bad player.
Okay,
he's just not.
Answer this question. How impressed have you been with Jorginho this season?
I've not been impressed personally.
Really?
I've not been impressed. No, he's just been there. He's just been existing, bro. He cost us the game against Spurs. Facts. And his lack of press resistance is going to affect our system. That's the facts. We're restricted with him in the side. He's done a job. Just like for me, I'm not upset with Jorginho ever. I'm upset that he has to be one of our options to start games, and that's down to the manager. So I'm not upset about Jorginho. He's doing his thing. He's doing the best he can.
I think Jorginho has been.
He's been okay, bro. Okay.
I would give him a 7 out of 10 so far this season. I think he's been. I think he's been one of our better midfielders. He's been one of the most involved in our game. And when it comes to breaking the lines and making those passes to the breaking the lines, he doesn't always do it, but when he does do it, it goes well, like against Sevilla. Overall,
and that's the annoying thing
because Thomas Partey's been out for so long, and we're missing Thomas Partey. Everyone's going to say that, but I think the guy that we're actually missing is Granit Xhaka, and the closest thing to a Granit Xhaka with the passing range and everything that we have is Jorginho, and he's somewhat been very serviceable for us this season.
And Eagle, that you hit it on the nail. That is my problem. We have to. We're in a situation where we're still having to rely on a player like Jorginho. He's average, bro. He's nothing like Granit Xhaka. Yes, passing ability, he's got some great ability, but that's only when he passes forward, which he doesn't do enough. We saw what he can do when he passes forward, like he did for, I think, Trossard's game in the Champions League. He just doesn't do that pass enough. So for me, we need to fix that.
Against Burnley, against Sevilla, against Chelsea, against Manchester City, all those games.
Chelsea, what? Outstanding. He wasn't good against Chelsea at all. He was the reason why we were not in the game. Our midfield was horrible that game, bro. Horrible. That's why we were getting... Chelsea looked like a decent team because our midfield was horrible. And the reason why teams think they can test us this season is because our midfield is horrible. Declan Rice is keeping that shit together on his own. Odegaard, nowhere to be seen this season. Havertz, nowhere to be seen this season. Vieira, nowhere to be seen except one assist or something. Look, the reality is like you said, we've not replaced Granit Xhaka, and it's made our midfield look crazy this season. And if not for Declan Rice, we'd be in 10th.
I think Jorginho's slightly underrated, and I agree with Matthew in the comment section that Jorginho's underrated and he doesn't get enough credit because people, as you said, people first just go straight back to that performance versus Tottenham where he came in cold and made the mistake. After that, he's been pretty much spotless. That's just me, but hey,
Fair enough.
I don't think he was that bad against Chelsea. I think the whole team was poor against Chelsea in the first half, and everyone picked up their performances. Since then, he's been really good, and especially going into this game against Brentford, I think he starts. I don't know about you.
But who else are we going to start other than him? That's the issue, bro. That's my issue. There's no one else to start.
Or if Odegaard's back. But yeah. By the way, talking about Odegaard's Norway are out of the of European qualifiers. Do we have to start looking at him differently? Be like, yo, how are you not qualifying for the tournament, or you don't give a shit?
Honestly, when it comes to international football, I really don't give a damn except when it comes to the major tournaments, especially for a country that I have nothing to do with, Norway. So whatever happens in Norway continues in Norway. As long as he keeps performing for Arsenal, then I'm good. But he's not been performing for Arsenal, so he has to be asked questions anyway because it's leaked, it's spilled into his international form. Let's be real. Like if Poland with just Lewandowski can qualify for major tournaments, then Norway with the hottest striker in the world and a maestro of a number 10 should definitely be able to qualify for major tournaments. So there's no excuse for Norway. But as I said, I don't really care when it comes to international football unless it's a major tournament.
Fair enough. There's a comment here, and they're talking about Vlahovic. You know what? We're linked to Vlahovic again, bro. I feel like at this point it's deja vu. Every 2 seconds, we're linked to this guy. They're saying 50 million pound rated Juventus striker Vlahovic is a priority in Arsenal's January transfer window. I personally cannot believe that we would go so strong in for a guy who he basically turned us down a couple years ago. So now that we're hot, he wants to be back on it. Like, I don't know if Arsenal's going to work like that because Mikel Arteta said it before. Once you go and like, once you're not interested, we're kind of turned off from ever going back in for that kind of player again. So do you think they buckle and they change their ways and they say, you know what?
Like Igal, we've been watching this manager for nearly 5 years now. We know he's as stubborn as fuck. Like that's the reality. Excuse my language. He's super stubborn. And you told me no before, and you want me to now take you out of the wilderness? Nah, bro. Like as much as Vlahovic maybe might seem like someone on paper that we need 50 million. Who knows if they're going to accept that? Is he going to have time to adapt to the Premier League? We're talking about a ready-made striker to impact this season right now, and I don't know if he's that. I just think that ship has sailed. But the reality is, our fan base is so volatile. So any sprinkles of stories like this, we jump on. And I think Vlahovic is in line to be the new Draxler, just be linked with Arsenal every single transfer window. I think that's more what it is than something actually happening personally.
Nah, yeah, I hear that. The thing is, I'm just gonna say this. When it comes to Julian, when it comes to all these guys that we're being linked to, like Julian Draxler and all these guys that we've been linked to for years, there is a level of truth to it. But how much do the club want to continue to chase somebody that hasn't yet signed for the club or isn't interested? It's just going to get to a point where we're going to say to ourselves, as a fan base, we cannot believe these rumors anymore. At least I can't. When I see these kind of rumors, bro, I just have to say to people, open up your eyes and realize that this is never going to happen.
We need to do better, man. We can't just jump on everything. That's why they love the press love us, which is why they love Arsenal doing badly because of this fan base. Because we are the definition of clickbait. We bite on every little thing in this and get behind it.
Yeah, I just don't believe this anymore. Vlahovic, he's a great player, but like, I think if we're gonna go for somebody, we're gonna go for somebody like Ivan Toney. Don't you agree?
Yeah, 100%, man. I think that's the only guy we go for if we're getting a striker this January. Personally, I could be wrong, but that's where I think if we're getting a striker this January, the only guy we're in for is Toney. Sorry, if we can't get Toney, I think we might do the other business. Although I think we need a midfielder more than a centre forward right now. To be fair,
How much would Ivan Toney cost in today's market? That's the problem, though. That is the problem, because I'm hearing some crazy numbers, bro. I don't know about, did you hear, what numbers are you hearing? Because the numbers that I'm hearing are mental.
I heard 90 mil. I heard 90 mil. And if they're talking those type of numbers with Toney, I'd rather focus on getting a backup for Saka, focus on getting a CM, and then go for Osimhen in summer. Forget Toney. But if they're telling me 60, 65, or at worst, I won't lie. If they ask for 60M and Nketiah, I don't mind. I actually don't mind that one.
This is the thing. There's a situation where Chelsea are also interested in him, and Arsenal just don't do bidding wars. This could become a Modric situation 2.0, where Chelsea are interested in him, Arsenal are interested in him. Chelsea see a deal for Ivan Toney on the table for 80 mil. Arsenal see it as a 60 million pound deal, and then eventually it becomes a 90 million pound deal that goes to Chelsea. That's what's going to end up happening. I really do believe he's going to end up at Chelsea, and the only way he ends up at Arsenal is if we are willing to fork up upwards of 80 million pounds. And in a January transfer window where we're not expected to make too many player sales, Ivan Toney will probably sign for Chelsea over Arsenal at this moment in time, just because they're willing to pay for him.
I think Brentford are really cheeky, man. The guys had 6 months of football and they're going to ask for such a fee. But I guess Chelsea are stupid enough to just bid anything for anyone, as we've seen over the last 3 windows. But for me, if they're talking about 85, 90 million, those type of figures, I'm not ready to give more than 60, maybe 65 cash for Ivan Toney.
He is going to sign a new contract with Brentford, apparently.
Well, let him die there then. That's his business.
This was 4 days ago. Reported that it could be game over. He could sign a new contract.
Look, Ivan Toney, I've said it, 60 plus 65 cash on its own, or I take 60M and Nketiah. Anything other than that deal, I don't want Ivan Toney. Because I got to ask you, Igal, who do you think we need more? If you had to choose one signing, a central midfield or a number 9 in January, who would you want more?
I think a lot of people are going to say striker, but I'm actually going to say midfielder, because we score more goals, create more chances if we have a midfielder in that team.
Thanks.
But I think Ivan Toney became a name that people are just infatuated with, like myself. Honestly, you know me. I've wanted Ivan Toney for a long time. But yeah, Somali Flame coming in here. We're going to talk about Douglas Luiz in a second, bro. You're jumping the gun. People saying, what? Open at right back looks good. I don't think we're looking to sign a right back right now. Let's be honest. Norway are rubbish. Poland are much better. You know what? When you have 2 of the best players in world football, you should be better. That's just all I'm saying. We've seen Wales go to numerous cup competitions with basically a 2-man team.
Mate, do you know what I'm saying? Scotland just qualified for the Euros. Come on, man. What are we doing there, man?
Yeah. Igal, when was the last time you made profit in a window? Because as I've seen, it's getting money on Willock sale over 25 million. You know what? We don't sell well. We know this. Yeah. We don't sell well. But in order for us to get an Ivan Toney, we're probably going to have to sell Aaron Ramsdale in the January. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I can't see us selling Ramsdale this January. Maybe summer, but not January, where I can't see it personally.
There you go. 2 players don't make a team. 2 players don't make a team, but they can raise a squad level.
Yes, exactly. 2 world-class players that people are ranting and raving about should be able to get their country to a major tournament. Like, come on. And that's not all they have, let's be honest.
There you go. Now let's get into this midfield conversation, because the midfield conversation is very interesting. And enough about Ivan Toney. Time to talk about these 2. Douglas Luiz Douglas Luiz and Rúben Neves. Who would you rather sign at Arsenal? At this moment in time, we've been linked to both. We have the reason why we're linked to Douglas Luiz. Apparently, he could be allowed to leave Aston Villa mid-January, and we were
How much?
interested in previously. They would be interested in a potential swap deal for ESR, but we'd have to give them cash on top. And Rúben
What?
Neves deal.
On top of ESR?
Yep.
That English youngster, they're mad.
Yep. And Rúben Neves would be a loan deal with a potential option to buy from Saudi. But the problem is he's probably going to end up at Newcastle.
Why?
Because of their connections. The same owner owns both clubs, Newcastle and Al Hilal.
Wouldn't that be borderline corruption, no? That can't happen in the Premier League. Come on.
The Premier League can't block it if they don't implement new rules.
Fair enough. To be honest, the Neves on a loan doesn't sound like the worst shout. Obviously, I don't know about you. I don't watch the Saudi league, innit? So I don't know what's going on over there. Maybe he's just getting fitness training over there because the football I've seen is quite.
I've seen guys doing handballs to try to get the ball on their side.
Bro, have you ever watched highlights and even they are boring? I never knew that.
I watched the game. I watched a couple games. I seen Neymar's second game.
A full 90. You watched it?
Yeah.
Alright, bro. How did that go?
I was out, and then it was on. I don't want to say where I was, but it was on TV, and then next thing you know, honestly, it was Neymar Neymar could have got a hat trick. The guy took the ball from Neymar to take the penalty, and they were like, people are like, is there going to be drama? But you know what? Rúben Neves has only played a total of what is it? He's only played like 15 games for them so far.
That's still a good amount, mate. How many games have we played in the Prem so far? That's still a good amount. To be fair, look, 6 months. 6 months means that there's no commitment, meaning we can go again and get someone better in summer. But if I had to pick, because of the interactions with Neves and his situation, I think I'd probably go for Douglas Luiz because he's in form. Fitness-wise, I think his injury record's pretty solid as well when it comes to being available. He's currently in the Premier League. And he's not tried to do bad man when it came to Arsenal in the past. I do remember Neves talking shit about us over celebrating or something at Wolves or so. He said, I remember him saying something about us. So
you would think they won the Champions League or something.
Yeah, some rubbish like that. So I don't know how that will go down in the dressing room, but he's Spanish, isn't it? You know, Arteta loves the Spanish boys. So boy, you never know, man. But I think Douglas Luiz.
So this is what they've done. So the Premier League are going to try to implement a new rule to prevent teams from acquiring players on loan from clubs that they're connected to or own. The rule would directly impact Newcastle and Manchester City and Chelsea, of course, because right now Chelsea are basically feeding all their players to Strasbourg, who they just recently purchased. Manchester City have clubs across Europe that they also work with and in other places, and then Newcastle directly because the public investment fund of Saudi owns both Al Hilal and Newcastle. So that would be a direct conflict of interest. But I don't know if they're going to be able to pass the law in time. This is where
apparently the comment section is saying that Ornstein's debunked the whole Neves thing today. Someone in the comments has said that.
Ornstein said what?
He's debunked the whole Neves thing, and apparently he's staying. I don't know. I've not seen it. I'm just seeing what the comment section said.
David Ornstein tweeting about Arsenal transfer news. Interesting. Oh shit! Here we go. Let's see what let me show you guys what it says. Here we go. David Ornstein has come out and said Rúben Neves is set to stay at Al Hilal in January, regardless. Premier League voting associated loan party, as the 26-year-old is not expected to leave. No approach or talks yet. The Portuguese midfielder is happy and settled. Honestly, I just feel like this sounds, it's not a ridiculous statement. This is probably true. He's gonna stay.
He's never had seen as much money as he's getting in his life, bro. He's chilled, man. I just think when you make the decision to go to Saudi, you're just like, my future, my family. No offense to the Saudi league, because it's not prestigious yet. My future, my family, I want to be settled. and apparently life over there is really cool as well. So once you get in it, I can't see you being pulled out of it back to a competitive league. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see it with time. I just don't see it being like the China situation because the Saudi look like they're ready to pump more and more and more money in it. So keep him in Saudi, man.
All right. So now that leaves us only with Douglas Luiz. What do we got to say about Douglas Luiz?
I definitely prefer him over Zubimendi. I think he can fill the role as a 6 and an 8 as well.
I think Zubimendi is a better player.
Yeah, but I can't. I disagree. I can't see. If Zubimendi comes in, I see Rice being used more like, as the 8 because I don't think he's a good 8. He's a 6, and I think Douglas Luiz can do both better than Zubimendi.
I think Douglas Luiz would be the 8 if he came in. Zubimendi, I agree with you. He would be the 6, or we could play a different system where we just literally have a double pivot, and then you have Odegaard in front of them.
Potentially, I don't. I've seen what he can do with a football. I just don't think his style is what we need. I think we need more
Zubimendi or Douglas.
Yeah, Zubimendi.
I
think he's a spicy Jorginho, mate. Personally,
he technically is this. Listen, if we get Zubimendi, he will be the Jorginho replacement. If we get Douglas Luiz, guess who he's replacing? Your boy Thomas Partey.
Why is he my boy now? He's not our boy anymore, no?
Nah, because I'm done with him. I'm done with Partey.
Nah, to be fair, man, I'm done with Partey because he can't stay fit personally.
Can Douglas Luiz be the replacement?
Yeah, but look, if Partey leaves, we need 2 centre mids, bro. In January, if we get rid of Partey, we need 2 because right now we need a CM. If Partey leaves as well, we need a CM and a DM. So it gives us more to do personally with Partey leaving, I think.
Bro, if Partey leaves and we bring in Douglas Luiz, it's a seamless transaction. At this moment in time.
But we need Douglas Luiz regardless if Partey is there or not, though. We need a player in there.
This is the statement that I want to know. I think Douglas Luiz makes perfect sense for Arsenal and Edu and everybody else because he would replace Thomas Partey. 1, he can play in multiple positions. 2, he has a goal. He has a goal on him. He has Premier League experience already. He's doing well at Aston Villa. The problem is how much would Aston Villa garner in wages or a fee for him? How much do they want? That's the only issue. Everything else makes sense. I think he's been one of the best midfielders so far this season in the Premier League.
No, he's performing at his highest levels in the form of his life right now, for sure. Emery's utilizing him really well. I don't know what figures have you heard because I don't want to hear anything over 50 mil. I don't want to hear anything over that.
They want 65 million equivalents. So they value ESR.
65 what?
They value ESR at 45 and they value him at 65. So that's why they said ESR plus 20 million for Douglas Luiz.
Boy, I think that's disrespectful to ESR, but with ESR's path at Arsenal right now, it hurts me to even talk about this ESR because I really wanted him to excel. But
Juice World says Paqueta. I rate Paqueta, but he has 2 issues. 1, he's going to cost 80 to 8 million plus because they rejected an 88 million pound bid from Man City in the summer. And number 2, the little issue about gambling. We don't know what's happening with that.
Yeah, but I can't with a Paqueta. I don't think if we signed him, that would mean that there isn't an issue about the gambling personally. So if he actually turned up in an Arsenal shirt, I'd love that. Him, Rice, and Odegaard is a deadly midfield 3. And with Arsenal, we're such a classy club. If he does get the shirt and signs for us, I do believe we would have done our due diligence to see if he has to deal with this gambling situation. I don't see us doing a Newcastle.
Okay. The next question is Emile Smith Rowe plus cash for Luiz. Are people saying no to it?
Do you know what? If you asked me that summer, I'd have slapped you for even the suggestion because I love me some ESR, man. Big up ESR. But a few things I've noticed since he's come back from his injury is He still looks. It still feels like he's injury prone because he's had like 3 injuries since then. Number one. Number two, it's clear to see Arteta does not trust him yet because there's been multiple opportunities last season and even the start of this season where we thought maybe he'll get a run of minutes or run of games, and he didn't do that. And in the game that he did trust him to start in, although he got an assist for that screamer by Nketiah, he didn't do anything in that game. So it's more and more, it's looking more and more like his time might be up, as hard as it for me to hear it and say it. But I'm like, I just don't get Arteta with some of his decisions. He trusts someone and gives him a number 10 shirt, then doesn't give him a chance. He gives Reece Nelson a 100K contract, and I don't think he started a Premier League game this season. There's a lot of confusing things our managers do inside. I don't know, man.
Yo, man, them are testing your ball knowledge, bro. They're saying, what are you chatting about? Zubimendi looked at Busquets' replacement from Barca, and you're looking down on him. What's going on, bro?
Bro, my thing is this. I'm not saying he's not a good player, Sambucas. He's a great player, but I'd rather, with Partey on the decline, I'd rather just slot Rice in the 6 and get an 8. Zubimendi can't come in as the 8. I don't like the look of him as the 6 and Rice as the 8 because I don't trust Rice as an 8 yet. Not saying he can't get there, but right now I don't want us to have to rely on Rice as the 8. I like the fact we can give him some time to play into that role with someone else there. So I'm not saying, yeah, he's quality, bro. Don't get it twisted, but I just don't know if he's what we need right now in our squad. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I need you guys to do? I need you guys to do me a favor, and you see how there's a like button right on the screen. Just go to that like button and just hit it. Do me that favor. Just hit that like button. We only have 41 likes so far in the video. There's at least double than that. So make sure you do hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free. Now, just to continue, ESR, Douglas Luiz. I'm willing to let ESR go at this point. I don't think he is going to be the guy who wins us the league. I don't think he's capable of getting back to the level of fitness that he was last season at this moment in time with the lack of game time he's going to get, because we currently don't have time to build up somebody's confidence or get them back to where they were. If we were able to do that, he might be great. But right now, I think a move might be best for him and for Arsenal. I love ESR. I rate him. But ESR under Unai Emery, will he develop? I don't know, and I don't really care. That might be harsh.
I said it don't really care.
Because
I wouldn't mind a buyback though. A buyback.
Once a player leaves Arsenal, I really don't look up for them like Guendouzi. He's left. I don't really care anymore about Guendouzi.
Nah, I only look at a guy that we have a buyback for, and I think we should maybe get a buyback.
Balogun's gone. Do you even know what Balogun's up to?
Bro, not a clue, bro. As soon as he picked USA over Nigeria, that's when he died for me, to be fair. But big up.
There you go. So I love ESR. I rate him. He's still one of our guys. But at this moment in time, he is not benefiting the team based on injury issues. And when he's available, he just doesn't look confident. I'm worried that his time at Arsenal is finished. And if there was somebody who would sell, keep, or loan, I would look to sell him. Because I think if we loaned him, they might realize he has injury issues also.
Okay, my question then to you is: if you had to choose between ESR and Vieira to go, who would it be?
ESR, because Vieira at least is available.
Fair enough. The availability thing kind of wins that argument. I hear it. But Vieira's not really impressed me this season, man. I thought he'd push on a little bit more this year, but anyway, it's still early doors this season, I guess.
Okay. What is the next topic? You know what? Let's take a break from transfer news and let's look at that kit. Did you see the new kit that I was talking about?
I have not seen it, so this is going to be a live reaction.
Okay, so they have basically released images of what the color schemes will be for the next 3 kits for next season. So I want everyone in the comment section to get to play along with us and give us your ratings of the kits. So this is the first one. 1 second. Can you see it clearly? That better?
Kinda.
You know what? Let me just change.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a shirt. It looks like a thumbnail right now.
1 second. Let me just make it a bit smaller. Okay, what about now? You see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the home kit. This is the Arsenal home kit colorway for the upcoming season. This is the new home kit that's been leaked. The colorway is gonna have red, white, and blue. I don't know what's with the blue. I'm not. I don't think it's bad. I think it's probably gonna look nice, but home kit traditional red and white, man. I don't like the blue being added to it.
Didn't we have a little bit of blue?
We
Which one
did.
did
We
we have a
did.
little bit of blue on?
We
Yeah.
did have a little bit of blue before, but I don't know. Just save the yellow and blue for the away kit. That's what I would say.
I hear it.
What do you think,
The
though?
blue, to be honest, our red always ends up looking all right. Sometimes when I see it for the first time, I'm a bit and iron about our red one, but at the end of the day, when I see it on, I'm like, actually, it works. It makes sense.
That blue reminds me of Alexis Sanchez days. We had a little blue kit, a little bit blue in the home kit before, but then you're gonna love the black one. Look at that.
All right, yeah. I can mess with that one.
Bro, apparently the badge on this one is not even gonna be that badge. It's gonna potentially be this badge on the black one.
Really?
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of remember the Lacazette Willian.
Ooh. Is it Lacazette Willian or I don't know. I think
It's similar.
Is it Lacazette Willian or Lacazette Ramsey and Ozil? That game that season where we battered Everton like 4-1 at Goodison.
All I know is remember we had they kept releasing kits and then they weren't even actual football kits. They were just like templates. This is gonna be that one. It's gonna be red and black, all black.
Shorts as well, red and black.
No, I don't know if the shorts are gonna be red and black. They might have to do something different for the shorts, but this is gonna be amazing. This is an amazing kit.
Nah, I'm in, bro. I'm definitely all into this one, bro. I'm a fan.
Bro, I think this kit is gonna look fire. Oh, where'd KUNLE go? You're back. Yeah, this is gonna be a fire kit. I think this will be up there with the gold kit we had the other year. This could be up there with the gold kit.
I think this even in a long sleeve would slap as well, man.
Yeah, definitely. And then the blue kit gives me PTSD from when we used to play Bournemouth and lose under Arsene Wenger. This kit gives me PTSD.
I'm not a fan. What color is that?
I don't even know.
Is it like a light sky? I don't know what that is, man. I don't know.
You know what? Man. This guy's right. It looks like Leverkusen. You're right. That black kit does look like Leverkusen.
I don't know, man. This one looks like a goalkeeper's kit right now, but maybe when I see it properly.
Yeah, Martin's like the blue has history. I know, but I just like the home kit to be just red and white, and then the away kits to have the different colors, and the third kit you can do whatever the hell you want with it. I don't really care. But yeah, Team Nintendo black. What? I'm so confused. Anyways, so yeah, those are the kits. Let's just do quick ratings for the kits. First, home kit. I think simple, 8 out of 10. Didn't do too much with it. Didn't go too crazy. I don't mind it.
8's a bit high. I'll say 7 until I see it. Otherwise, man, 7 out of 10 for now.
Okay, and then next you have the black kit. I think this is a 9 out of 10.
9, yeah, definite 9.
And then the blue, I'm not a fan of it yet. I'm gonna give it a 6. But the Canon and the Adidas badge makes it look better.
Yeah, look at 5 right now.
The Canon makes it look better. So if they change the Adidas logo, it might make it a little better. But yeah,
I'm a 5 right now.
The color gives me PTSD from Arsene Wenger's last season. Remember that blue kit we had that season?
Yeah. Socrates.
Bro, we surviving Socrates and David Luiz. It was bad. It was like, anyways, people are saying 1. Yo, what are you guys rating?
What did he give the 1 out of 10 for? The first one or what?
I think he gave the 1 out of 10 for the first one. So Tommy gave a 7, a 9, and a 6. He gave a 1, and a -0. Yo, you're ruthless. You're ruthless. Okay. Let's get to the next topic. Did you see the David Raya and Aaron Ramsdale drama?
What drama now? What other drama? What
No,
else has happened?
I'm talking about what happened with the father and everything.
Oh yeah. That's an L. Big L for Ramsdale, man. I don't care what anyone says. This ain't the playground, bro. This is real life. Public eye. Why is your dad sticking up for you like that, bro? Like, come on. I'm like, and it's not, and nobody can tell me Ramsdale didn't know because he did know. It wasn't like, oh, he just did it and he didn't. Ramsdale knew Wagwan, and that's never gonna work well. If he's trying to push for a move in January, Arteta's not gonna give it to him because it don't make sense yet. Do you know what I'm saying? So just fight for your place. The same thing that happened with Leno is happening with you, my brother. I know it sucks the way it's happened, but just you got to like even when he came in those couple games, he's not looked that good. He looks like he's sulking. Like, and look, at the end of the day, I don't think it was right what Arteta did to him personally. I believe, especially I don't know how the guy that got you to the Champions League has not made an appearance in the Champions League. I think that's pretty harsh. But at the end of the day, our manager picks his favourites, and that happens to be Raya. Suck it up and push to the end of the season. And if you can't get back in the team, then I guess push for a move then. But all these other antics are not unnecessary, man. Like, tell your dad to calm down, man. You're not Harry Maguire, man. Sort yourself out, man.
You know what? Ramsdale should be starting. His dad has a point. Raya makes errors. Ramsdale has done nothing wrong. Arteta's disrespecting him. I don't think Arteta's disrespecting him. What we have to realize is Arteta has worked with him for well over a year. So if he knows Raya, if he knows Ramsdale, he signed Raya. He has all the right to let him get the game time to see what he can do. I don't think there's no issue with a manager backing his signing. Now, has Raya been that bad so far this season? How would you describe Raya's time at Arsenal so far? That's the question I have for everybody else now. How would you describe Raya's time so far at Arsenal? For me, I would say he's been a 6 out of 10. He's been really good some games, and he's had a couple games where it was shocking. Actually, I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7.
Bro. Which game was he really good, Ego? He's not been good yet. He's been decent. He's done a job. But he's not. I don't think there's a standout game. There's a standout moment is probably the save against Spurs. I like the fact that he like his passing, like his volley passes are better than Ramsdale.
Bro, he makes the game so much more comfortable for me.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. One thing that Raya does that Ramsdale doesn't do, and this is what kind of deceived me. The ball. Yeah, he everything looks effortless for him when he's on the ball, but this was until we saw him make an error. Like, he's made some serious howlers.
What about this though?
Ramsdale ain't making them howlers, bro.
What about this? When the ball gets crossed in, you have more faith that Raya is gonna come and grab it than you do Ramsdale.
I don't know. After the Newcastle situation, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
The Newcastle situation is random. I think he's been a 7 out of 10. I think it's harsh to rate him any lower. I think David Raya's time at Arsenal so far, he's been. How would you describe it in one word? I would say,
meh. That's my word. Meh. Yeah, meh. Look, and I get, like, someone made me understand it a little bit more, this Raya thing, because before Arteta went in for Ramsdale, he went in for Raya.
This guy hit the nail on the head. Because me and
this is the facts. This is the facts.
Me and Souls were having an argument over this on the last stream. Basically, Souls was telling me Arteta's fault. He brought Raya. It's not any better. He should have done it. And I'm saying, bro, I'm not on Team Raya or Team Ramsdale. I'm on Team Arsenal.
Team win. Team win.
And as long as you win, that's all that matters.
And that's the only thing I can hear some of the fans are saying is that if there was any issue that we needed to fix to win the league, it wasn't necessarily Ramsdale, if that makes sense. But you can see Raya's Arteta's man. So suck it up, guys. There's no amount of abuse we can give in the press that's going to change his mind. We know what our manager's on. Get behind Raya. Me, as much as I don't like how he started his career at Arsenal, my manager loves him, and he's our Arsenal keeper. So just get behind it and stop complaining, and we move, man. Let's just hope
now it's time.
Situation.
Let's see if you have the same energy for Kai Havertz. For anyone who doesn't know, Kai Havertz, KUNLE is not a fan. KUNLE is not a fan, but there has been some interesting developments. Mikel Arteta don't get any ideas, because from what I seen the other day, I don't want him to get any ideas. But Kai Havertz played left back for Germany. He scored a goal also, and he told everyone like this. But that's besides the point. What is going on with Kai Havertz, bro? This Kai Havertz experiment is kind of annoying at this point. Talk to me about it.
No, nobody knows where this man's position is. That is what's evident to see. Nobody knows. Chelsea fans thought they knew. Arteta thought he knew. Arsenal fans thought they knew. German fans thought they. Nobody knows where this boy is supposed to play. That's the reality of it. I don't know. I was excited when I saw him get on the score sheet. Good for confidence and stuff. Hopefully that helps Arsenal. But this guy gives me no trust yet. And I'm not saying there's not a big player in there. I'm not saying I don't want to get behind him, because I won't lie, I really do. I really want to come on these streams and just with a Kai Havertz shirt saying, I got it wrong. Arteta saw it. I didn't see it. I'm sorry, Mikel. I'll never doubt you. I want to be able to say that because he just had a crazy performance against this team or that team, but I've not seen it. All I've seen this boy do is play safe and win a few headers. That's the only thing I've heard this guy do. And I don't pay 65 million for someone to not make an impact on the game and just win me headers. Like, what's going on here, man? 65 million. If I said we're going to use that 65 million to get me Kudus for 35 million, Tielemans for free, even though I don't rate him that much, I believe those two signings would give us change on Kai Havertz and would have made a bigger impact on this squad than Kai Havertz. So I don't understand it, and there's no amount of explanations that will make me understand this move. The only thing that's going to make me understand it is performances on the pitch, and I'm not seeing one performance above 6 out of 10 from Kai Havertz yet as an Arsenal player. That's where I'm at.
So you missing Granit Xhaka, bro?
Bro, I am. A player that I refused to say his name on my channel for a whole 18 months. I miss you, Granit, please. Why did you do us like this? Why'd you give us one quality season then jump ship? We've literally broken up one of our most successful midfielders in the last 10 years.
He said he wanted peace, not problems. That's why he left.
This is the reality, man.
He literally said the reason why I left Arsenal is because at Arsenal, every game there's massive pressure. Where at Leverkusen, I can just do my job.
Right. If you deep it, Igal, in the space of 12 games, we've broken up our best midfield in the last 10 years. We've broken them up.
It's mad.
That's the reality, bro. We have our best midfield in 10 years, and then we break it up a season later. It's crazy, bro.
Yo, the Kai Havertz thing is annoying. It is what it is. But there is a potential swap deal on the cards. An optimistic swap deal has been proposed, apparently. I don't know if it's been proposed by us or proposed by Arsenal. I would think it's been proposed by Arsenal. But Florian Wirtz, German teammate, former Leverkusen star, and Kai Havertz, Arsenal swap deal has been proposed as a cheap transfer. Of course, this has been debunked a couple days later, but the report at the time was that the transfer claim was that Arsenal would be willing to let Kai Havertz go for Florian Wirtz plus cash. But I don't know if Leverkusen would accept that at this moment in time. They're flying. It wouldn't make sense. To be honest,
there's so many reasons why. Obviously, they are flying. Number two, like, why would they? What have they seen in Havertz this season that we haven't? I doubt they've seen anything exciting. And number three, our manager is too stubborn to give up after 6 months with a player. We'll give him at least a full season to prove his point. And if he can't, then we might be doing a Willian at the end of the season. But as of now, I can't see anything involving Kai Havertz moving in January at all.
I just think this is not the NBA. Swap deals don't happen. Like in football, they say if you don't give me cash, we don't speak. That's how it works. So the last swap deal we did was Alexis Sanchez for Mkhitaryan, and that didn't benefit anybody. Nobody. So I don't think we're doing a swap deal. And until swap deals become the norm, I don't think you're going to see too many swap deals in football. It's just how it is. people, if we sign Florian Wirtz, it's going to cost us upwards of 80 to 100 million potentially. This kid is highly rated. I don't think it's going to happen. What I do think is going to happen, though, Arsenal might give up on the Kai Havertz experiment 1 year in if it doesn't work out by the end of the year. That is the only thing I can see from this whole rumor. But Florian Wirtz to Arsenal, even though he's in the thumbnail and it would be an amazing signing in January, makes no sense for Leverkusen, a team that's in a European competition and flying in the league, and Xavi Alonso, who wants to do the best for his team. And number two, who's going to accept Kai Havertz on the wages that he's on? The guy's on ridiculous wages. You know that, right?
Yeah, well, I can't. I don't know the official figure, but I know he's on some stupid wages, man.
He's the
Way
highest
above
paid
his
player
pay.
at Arsenal.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Well, what's his flat rate? I don't want the fee
280.
including bonuses.
280 flat rate.
No, it can't be, bro. Come on, it can't.
280 flat plus bonuses, 330.
Nah, bro. I need to see that. I need to see the paperwork, man. I can't believe that. I can't believe we do a deal like that for a guy that don't even have confidence. Come on. All fans, please, comment section, save me from this nightmare that EBR is trying to put me into, bro. There's no way we're Havertz 330.
Let me show you.
Come on, man. Come on.
Let me show you. You don't believe it.
I cannot.
There. You see that? Kai Havertz is the top name, 280.
This is embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing.
He's a highest paid player. It is what it is at this moment in time. There's nothing we can do about it. He is a highest paid player, and I don't think it's gonna. I don't think we're gonna get rid of him anytime soon. But there is a guy, your boy T-Bag, who got a red card in the last game.
Fabio and them, man.
Fabio Vieira. What do you think about Fabio Vieira's development at Arsenal so far? Would you get rid of him?
If someone made a bid for him in January, I wouldn't. I would very much consider it. But
you would loan him in January, knowing that we need bodies?
No, that's the thing. It's that's the thing. And if you use bodies as a reason, no. But that's the only reason he stays right now, because we need bodies, not because of his quality, not because I've seen him progress this season. It's because we literally need bodies. And if there was ever an opportunity for someone to grab a place in the team, he had the chance. The Xhaka role, even though Arteta wants it to be filled by Havertz, it's clearly not been. So that position is still up for grabs, and nobody's grabbing it by the scruff of the neck in our squad. Not one player. And it's frustrating me. So Vieira, I thought I'd expected more from him. I thought he'd kick on. But he's not kicked on yet, bro. He's still doing the same shit he was doing last season. Little bright moments, but can't be consistent for more than 10 minutes.
I think you've hit the nail on the head on that one. There's nothing else I can say on that you haven't already said. The next one is this guy. We got to talk about Jesus. Bro, why is Jesus on international duty?
Because obviously the Brazilians are beefing Eddie, man. I thought he had them on lock. I thought he had these men on lock. Like, why are they drawing for this guy? Leave our boy. He barely plays for Arsenal. What's he doing in Brazil? You messed him up for 3 months last year, and now you want to mess him up again. What's going on, man? Brazil, please. We are not City. We cannot cope. We can't bribe someone in January to bring us more players. We can't do that. So please, free Jesus. I beg.
Bro, they have him doing bicycle kicks in training.
Bro. It's been downhill since he said hello to Nazareth, man. They've not messed with him like that.
Wallahi, it's a madness. People saying Trossard scored. Yeah, Trossard scored an international break. Trossard's just on a different level at this moment in time. I would say Trossard's the only player who we have Trossard, Partey are the only players who are in their peak or are of the age where you peak in football.
Nah, for sure. I think Trossard needs to start every game that Jesus doesn't. I don't like starting.
What about Eddie?
It doesn't work.
Eddie's not your boy?
Bro, let's not do this, man. As much as the defenders are in trouble if you're Sheffield United, when it comes to the rest of the Premier League, there's nobody that fears Eddie ever. Oh, and Nketiah, I'm gonna enjoy playing him this weekend. Like
at
the
this.
only team that he improves is Chelsea.
Forget about Eddie for a second. Thomas Tuchel wants Tomiyasu.
Yeah, but
Bayern
no one
are
cares.
keen on Tomiyasu. Reports came out 6 hours ago, 20 hours ago. I'm not gonna lie. I would not sell him unless it helped us fund. Actually, I wouldn't even sell him. He's so
There's no
crucial to this
reason to.
team.
Yeah,
Because you sell him, you're basically selling a backup left back, backup right back, backup center back. Don't make sense. He's three
not
players
at
in
all.
one.
Literally, bro. If he was there last season when we lost Saliba, we'd be having a different discussion right now, I believe.
Yeah, Tomiyasu is a do not sell, especially in January. You do not sell January. Tomiyasu is like James Milner for us. That's what he
Mr.
is.
Utility, man. Mr. Utility. We need
If we
him, bro.
sell
He's
Thomas Partey, that is criminal. I really do believe that is criminal if we sell Thomas Partey. And then that's pretty much
Partey or
it.
Tomiyasu.
What?
Do you
No,
say if we sell Thomas Partey? I was
Tomiyasu.
gonna say,
Yes, get
man.
rid of Partey, bro. Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu. It would be criminal.
Hey,
If
what do you think about this? Obre in the comment section. He said, Trossard in the left 8. What do you think about that? I know we tried it a lot in preseason, but do you like that?
I don't think he's gonna do it.
No, but do you think he should try it though, since he was trying it in preseason and nothing else has worked?
Does Trossard have the defensive work rate in the midfield?
That's the thing I don't know. I don't. I think he's a bit too small for that role personally, but can he be any worse than what we've seen this season in that position?
You know, Brazil played Martinelli up front. Could Martinelli be our striker?
He's the best finisher at the club, so I wouldn't mind that.
I'm just saying, maybe if we do an experiment, that might be the experiment that we do. Because Trossard could take the left spot. Martinelli could play up top. It took Martinelli 5 minutes to score for Brazil. No, 4 minutes.
As long as Eddie Nketiah doesn't start any Premier League games, whatever the front line looks like, I'm okay with, bro.
Personally. What's your starting team versus Brentford? First of all, goalkeeper is Ramsdale.
Yeah, because we can't play Raya. Yeah. Left back. Is it home, right?
Yeah.
Okay, left back Zinchenko, right back White, centre back Saliba and Gabriel, midfield 3.
Jorginho, Declan Rice,
and Odegaard if he's fit.
Odegaard, yeah.
If he's fit, and then the front 3 would be Trossard, Martin. Wait, is Jesus back? Now I'd ease him back in. So I put Trossard, Martinelli, and Saka, and we give Jesus maybe half an hour, second half.
I think that's probably one of our strongest teams at this moment in time with Partey injured. So yeah, I get it. No, is the Brentford game away? Brentford is away. It's an away game.
Ooh, then I'd probably bring in Tomiyasu for Zinchenko.
Yeah, it is away. Brentford. It's an away game. Do Brentford have injuries, guys? Brentford probably have some injuries. Look, personally for me, I'm not too concerned about that game. Maybe call it arrogance, call it whatever it is.
Ooh, I don't know. Away at Brentford is not easy, bro. That is quite arrogant, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not too concerned about Brentford at this moment in time away. I think the way that we control games, and the way that we deal with counterattacks, we're so solid defensively. We just need one goal. The game is over.
I hear it, but until we fix and get some sort of chemistry and cohesion in our midfield, I'll always be nervous going into most games, to be fair, especially away games. But I hear it.
And Buemo will cook. Bro, let him cook. His cooking is going to be expired food. We got Brentford's a good team. Brentford's a good team, but Arsenal is one of the best defensive teams in the league. And Brentford's going to struggle to score against us. I genuinely believe it, even away from home. Brentford played against Liverpool despite losing.
Hey, this unknown brother. Who do you support, unknown man? You're a glorified hater in the chat, man. Big you up each and every time, bro.
We definitely control games. I don't know what you're talking about. The front 5 will be Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, Odegaard, Trossard will be absolute fire. You know what? That's true. You know what? Trossard might actually work in the 8, but That would mean
I
so
don't
much.
know if he's got the
One second.
physicality for it.
That will mean so much work will have to be done by Declan Rice. And that means Tomiyasu has to be the left back.
Has to.
Yeah, I don't think that works. You don't create chances. Guess what? We don't create chances and we have 27 goals. Just goes to show you that even without creating as many chances, we've been scoring goals and doing our business. Don't insult my intelligence. Who's insulting your intelligence?
Who do you support, unknown? That's what I want to know. Who do you support?
It's unknown.
It's definitely not Arsenal.
It's unknown. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up here, guys. We've been going for an hour. Big up KUNLE for jumping on. Make sure you do check out KUNLE's channel. Links in the description to Tunnel TV and One Touch. You're still doing One Touch, right?
Yeah. But I've just been kind of slacking on there recently. I'll bring it back. I'm bringing it back.
Bro, don't worry, man. International break. There's not much going on. But love for the love, guys. I got to go do some groceries and do some other stuff. But I'll catch you guys. Should I do Thursday or Wednesday? I'll figure it out. But I'll let you guys know. Peace.